Well, the good news is that I've gotten up and started to putter a little bit, which is nice. So I think I'm finally getting over some of this nasty shingles. Woo! Like knocked me for a loop. So I just went in the house to go get some petroleum jelly because I'm working on small pieces of equipment. And my first goal was to get this pressure washer running. And I did put a new carburetor on it already and changed the oil, new filters. I cleaned out with carb cleaner the fuel tank and rinsed it all out really good. That's all in the recycling. And then I've got a tire that's always leaking. And then I've got a couple other tires that are always leaking, the same size. So for $20, I can go buy 4 tubes and put 2 of them on my dolly, one on the pressure washer, one on the compressor, and I shouldn't have flats. Um, Flats, as in flat tires, not shoes. And I did get the wheelbarrow aired up because its tire was low. So when I pulled the air compressor out of the shop, I plugged it in to air it up. I was going to real quick go fill up the wheelbarrow tire, and I hear leaking. Well, I had to air up her tires because one of hers was flat. so, so yeah, that'll get a new tire, and then one for that, and then my 2 on my dolly. And so this was leaking, and I disconnected. This has a work panel. It's a job boss, so you can take it to the work site. You can put a cord between here and this main panel, which has a gauge for you, and then 2 ports for your cords here. And you can move this like into a house that you're framing and adjust your pressure for your air nailers, okay, while you're framing or doing trim work, for example. So it's mainly a compressor for framing air nailers. Kind of a lightweight, but it works fine for me. Anyway, I'm doing repairs, and so I got the motor on this pretty well cleaned up and I think ready to run. I haven't put gas in it yet because I'm not ready to run it, so I'm going to wait. This pump assembly is very unique to this. It's a 2600 psi pressure washer by Honda. Great machine. Yeah, the GC 160. That's a great running engine. It runs like a champion. And with that new carburetor, she ought to roar beautifully. A new spark plug. So this pump, I can replace it for about $80, but it's not the same pump. And this works by using this system here. This is your compression cylinder, and it compresses it in through here, and so these little nylon bits are what wear out, and you can't buy these. I mean, I could sell like this for a lot of money on eBay right now. So I have the pump side of it in the house. Now these guys are worth gold because it's a very special proprietary gasket. And this is original. I bought this new when I was a general contractor, this machine. And so I've owned it probably 20 years, I'm guessing. So this had a little bit of like corrosion on it. And so I washed it up, and then I've been soaking them. I put all my rubber stuff in this little container, and then I give it a shot of this 303 protectant. Every single thing that's rubber, from even when I get a new garden sprayer, I put some of that down the sprayer and then work it around, and that protects your gasket so they last longer. So I rehydrated these in that 303 solution for about 5 days, and they look pretty thick. There's no crimps or breaks in them, and they are still flexible. So I think they're perfect. Now the head here, I put in some vinegar, and because these chambers in here were kind of corroded pretty bad. And so this vinegar here is just mop that up really nicely. So I'm going to give this a scrub, and then flush all the ports as much as I can. So this is this is where all the pressure comes in, and then from here it gets distributed out. So you'll have water come in, and then you'll have your pressure washer going out. And then this is a pressure relief valve, and I've got a new one of those here. And then this is a dump through the floor. So the little gaskets that I just fixed fit right in here in these grooves. So yeah, I'm going to wash this up and then rinse it off, and then I can use my air compressor and blow some air through it. I did get a little vinegar in this bearing that started to rust, so I put some cooking oil on it, so I think it's going to be fine. I'll flush that really good and re-oil it. It'll be all right. So then when I first get the compressor out and I have this rail that's leaking, I was like, well, shit. So I took it apart, and these two gaskets here were like pushed into the floor here, and were like lopping over that edge and getting crimped, and they were not happy. And this guy, this clip on the end of this had come off, so I got that back together because the knob wouldn't pop out. But what I need to do is just repack all of this with some petroleum jelly. That's why I just went to go grab that out of the house. And then I'm going to reseal all my fittings here with my Permatex. I am going to take these two bolts off on both sides because I want to get inside of here. I probably have another gasket there that I can tune up. And then, you know, this is going to need to get a little corrosion removal with that vinegar. I'll bring that out. And then these guys are going to get resealed and rethreaded in. I'll put back together and I'll test it. If I have any leaks, then I probably have a bad gasket that's just not going to work for me, and then I'll just order a rebuild kit or just buy a new one of these guys for like $20, and in a week it'll be here, and then that deal will be ready to go. But even without that panel, I can still plug right into here and use my compressor. So yeah, we'll get those tires tuned up and get this pressure washer running. And I think I might sell this dude. Yeah, because I've got my electric one. I don't know, we'll see. It was such a great pressure washer. It's like $1,000 for this new machine, but I think I'm going to get it working like new again. I mean, we've never run this without water in it, which is so critical. And you can see there's very little wear. I mean, I might take a little like really fine sandpaper and run over it just to surface that up even, but man, it feels really good. Yeah, I want to see what's going on inside of here and if I need to clean anything up. There might be a bushing in here that I should change out. So I'm going to look at that. But Deb's small engine repairs. I need to get these projects off the table because I have my sawmill out here that I want to get set up this summer with my big bandsaw. Because I want to start putting logs through and cutting slabs, albeit smaller ones, but slabs no less. And I'll be I got to create a space, like a big pallet or something that I could stack a lot of this lumber. I need some kind of a system out here that I need to come up with. A place that's covered up, but I still have access. And I can just start stowing wood in there. I've got wood stowed in a lot of places, but I need to organize. So if I can get my mill set up out here again, then I can come out, you know, every day if I cut 3 or 4 boards, it'll add up to a lot of boards at the end of the week. That's how I think about it. And then you get diverted from your other work because you're trying to fix stuff like this old stuff. And then you're waiting on parts. It's crazy. And then you don't feel good. But anyway, I'm having fun today. Trying to fix up what I have, and I'm trying to declutter my life. And if these things truly have value, then I should be using them. And if I don't need them, then I need to sell them and let go of it and do something with that money that's useful. So that's my theory. So I'm trying to declutter my life. And this is old contractor equipment, and it's a great pressure washer. I might keep it, and I don't know. We'll see. So, at the very worst, if I break this water pump, I got to go spend $78 and buy one of the new ones. And that's not terrible, but if I can tinker with this for a bit and make it work, and I think I can. And I think the compressor's going to work too without a kit. But it's, it'll get me through. So it'll quit leaking. I don't use this compressor all that much, but we'll use it on the boat and the Volkswagen. So I might as well address it right now, get it sealed up. Anyway, what do you make today is what Doug always says on SV Seeker. And I've made a mess.